Welcome to All Things Policing 5-Minute News, where we aim to bring you the most informative, engaging, and realistic police material. On February 3rd, officers from the Fairfax County Police Department responded to a call of a person who had killed 2 people. When officers arrived, they exited their car when a 16-year-old started chasing one of them with a knife, stabbing him in his upper body. The 16-year-old was eventually brought down to the ground and handcuffed, and during the investigation it was learned that the 16-year-old had made a false 911 call in order to have the officers respond. The officer was brought to a local hospital and has since been released. The 16-year-old is charged with malicious wounding. On January 29th, Officer Ayala of the California Highway Patrol was on a traffic stop in Goleta when he observed a small plane crash in a nearby field. Officer Ayala immediately jumped a fence and rushed to the plane, pulling the pilot out to safety. On February 4th, officers from the North Las Vegas Police Department responded to a call for an individual who was armed with a handgun. When an officer arrived on scene, he gave the individual verbal commands, which were ignored, at which time the suspect and the officer engaged in gunfire. The officer was shot multiple times and brought to a nearby hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. The suspect was also taken to a nearby hospital where he later died. On February 1st, a deadly police shooting occurred on the Newport Beach Pier. The Menifee Police Department responded to a call for shots fired, where they found a 38-year-old female dead. Her friend, Jose Velasquez, was identified as the main suspect shortly after. Santa Ana police located the vehicle and Velasquez inside, at which time he fled scene, leading to a pursuit that spanned multiple cities, finally ending on the pier. On February 3rd, members of the Maine State Police and the Aroostook County Sheriff's Office responded to a domestic violence call in Portage Lake, Maine. When officers arrived, they observed Stephen Regini outside with his wife and a newborn baby. When officers attempted to place him in custody, Regini pulled a gun from his waistband, shooting at officers and striking one officer in the shoulder. A few hours later, Regini tried to flee from the scene when a Maine State Police officer released his canine dog. Regini fired at the canine, named Preacher, striking him in the abdomen. Preacher was taken to a local emergency veterinary clinic where he succumbed to his injuries. A California man is in custody after intentionally ramming his vehicle into a police car. Officers responded to a disturbance call on Leon Drive where they observed the male, Stephen Thomas, had struck another vehicle. Thomas evaded the first officer, intentionally ramming his vehicle into the second officer arriving on scene's car. He is charged with attempted murder, assault with a deadly weapon on a peace officer, and DUI with injury.